Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. This defense for the Steelers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. The Ravens had 2-12 in what has been a tough year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Play action. Now Jackson. Incomplete on the deep ball. You look at the Steeler defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start the drive with Harris. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They run again with Harris. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Justin Matabike there to bring him down. Well, these 2 teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. Harris running straight ahead. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. That's complete to the rookie from Michigan. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Now a first down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Miller in motion right. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Here we go, Scott.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
And this complete to Henry over the middle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now an option play on 2nd down. The quick feet by Jackson, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. You look at this Steeler defense, and they've played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
That's caught. It's Flowers. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the option right is Jackson. A beautiful fake. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first and 3's in. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 1 now.
Here we go. All right.
Now Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give. Running left is Harris. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Adafe Owe there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Good.
Now it's Fields. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Hey, 10.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Throwing is Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He has such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. 2 yards to go, second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens are able to move back in front. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Here we go, son. You got a mini base.
In motion right, that's Wilson. To throw is Fields. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here we go. No mark, no mark. Go.
From the gun, here's Fields. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 51 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Walker. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone is at a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Henry up the middle. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage or mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go, son. Hey, Ted. Right.
Back to throw, Fields. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Flowers going to go in motion right. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And Walker has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the tight end goes in motion left. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. This will go to Henry out wide. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Fields now to throw. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards down to the 15 and a 1st down.
Here we go. Good.
They'll try the right side with Harris. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Easy. Right.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, look good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up.
Hey, Monday. Right.
Here's Fields. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. David Ojabo running in to take him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist. Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss, because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he powers his way up past the 30. Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Jackson now. Finding Walker complete. Down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Now 2nd and 5. Now here's another carry for Harris. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Fields. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll get 8 on the keeper there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, one of the linebackers has got it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
On the give, this is Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have... Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up. There he goes, right side. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Steelers 34, Ravens 20. Chris Boswell.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Now it's Jackson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Throwing is Jackson. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. And my goodness, another interception. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. A short one there, caught by Likely. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
To throw is Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 33 yards that time. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now in the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Hold on, ready?
Here's Jackson to throw. A check down here for Henry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And now here is another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. No gain on the play there, second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so.